can't just go on, well, he said that and that. When you're on the line, you're on stage, you got to dance. You got to be able to do it. And that's kind of why I'm just saying this. Tomorrow I have a lot of busyness I have to take care of in the morning and early afternoon. So
hold on, we have a new guest here.
All right.
Apparently Lauren de la Balloona.
Perfect timing.
How are you, ma'am?
Hello, Paul. I narrowly escaped a serial rape tonight. Luckily, I got away.
Another one? Again?
I was on like a Tinder Bumble double date, and I was just really scared. I just
Okay, did you
narrowly
immediately,
escaped.
now I know you probably didn't call the police, but did you again this time immediately contact the newspaper so you can get your face and name on this story? And of course, help women and children.
What?
All right, maybe you didn't hear me there, and I don't know, I'm it's almost as if I'm getting a little thrown off and confused here. I don't know what's going
Paul,
on.
Are you gonna admit that you're running a cult? Just admit
Yeah,
it.
for some reason I'm getting hazy and confused and thrown off. And all of a sudden I have the urge to just kind of come out and admit that I might be running a cult here.
Yeah, Paul.
No, stop. Take them away. I see what you're up to. I see what you're doing. You got your cleavage all in the camera. And that's why I just admitted to running a cult. No, I didn't admit to it. I'm not doing that. That's not true. I didn't say that. Miss De La Balloona, please, creature. Why is it De La Balloona creature? What's that?
Paul, I've been listening to you, and I'm starting to think like maybe polygamy is a thing. Like,
what the fuck?
You see what's going on here?
What is going on here, ma'am? Are you familiar with Jack Talcott?
Oh, we already got in the tub together.
All right, so is there anything else? Because I think I don't know if you're gonna just kind of stare at me there.
I just
and yeah, I mean, you look great.
I really think the only thing is
you always look great, right? Very hot, sensuous, seductive, sultry, the whole nine. But
I think this is all I need.
What are you doing with your shoulders there? What? Okay, he's gone. Excuse me. I don't know what came over me there. Thank you, ma'am, Miss Lauren de la Balloona creature. Your final thoughts, expert panel. It's my life.
I'm officially fried, man.
This is my
Good
life,
night, everyone.
Lauren. Thank you, Chris from South Jersey.
Hey, the tribe. Am I the only fucking person who's wondering what O'Shea and Ali and fucking Jeffrey are up to?
I think we're all
this is what you all don't get this is why I'm the god of all media, because I facilitate these type of experiences, interaction where everybody somehow becomes better while it looks like everything's falling apart. And that's the magic of this. It's like, oh my God, everything's falling apart. We never could have imagined that. How we hear cult. And then they're like, wow, I'm better. And Annie's gone off and O'Shea's fucked her. And no one quite knows how it happened, how all of it happened. The fucking, O'Shea getting there, everyone being better. Jeffrey's like, wow, I feel great. Annie's all fucking O'Shea. I'm here alone. And yeah, I might like want to kind of be with her, but I don't know. Something about the broadcast worked on me. So there you have it, right? That was all he had. When Jeffrey came in, all he had was Annie. Hey, look at my hot girlfriend. Let's debate about veganism. Now he's like, whatever. I'm ready to give everything up to be given everything back. Hello? Have we heard this before?
guess we'll see tomorrow, right?
Right. When O'Shea comes on in the car with Annie sitting next to him on the way back to Chicago, you'll know what's going on.
Fuck. All right, I'm turning my camera off.
All right. Well, Officer Murphy, is good seeing you here again. Had actually a good stream with Word Wizard too, Paul. That's another offshoot here the other night that Wizard hosted, and I'm glad to see him doing a lot better in better health. And I think it's all due to all the good wishes and the goodwill from everyone here, encouraging him to feel good, which in turn makes him heal.
Bro,
So-
we literally cured cancer on this panel, and no one cared. Okay, they used to make jokes. I could literally cure cancer, and you should say bad things. No, we literally cured cancer here. No one cared, and they're saying bad shit. So there you have it.
Yep. So there's lots of good information. Take and leave and see what you see the value in. But I think what you're seeing here is clear. There's a lot of good testimony. I can say this much is working with my regular busyness and dealing with other busyness leaders here in the community and such, running this some of these basic concepts and weaving it into principles you want people to be doing in regular commerce too, right? To be truthful and fair and honorable. It actually does speak volumes, and it actually has gotten good feedback on my end. I'm surprised that some of these people that are promoting their leadership things and this and that, work with businesses, have complimented on some of these things, Paul. So there's a validation on the commerce end is these principles are universal in that respect, that whenever we're dealing with interactions and transactions between people, that these things of truth and honor and rights and freedoms and not injuring or harming others is an important aspect to hold in everything we do.
All right, well, get the hell out of here and go get some rest, Mr. Tribe. I always appreciate you. Appreciate your contributions, of course, multiple ways. So, yeah, I look forward to seeing you back as always.
Yeah. Contributions are to keep you doing what you're doing here, because I think everyone needs to ensure that you're here, regardless of whether they're getting direct value or indirect or just entertainment. The fact that it takes a lot to do what you're doing. I've sat here with you through these entire panels, and man, it takes a lot out of you, but you do it 7 days a week. And I hear you. Doing it in split sessions will help you. When the weather gets better, you'll have to, because you need to take advantage of that daylight. So I think everyone will have to adjust for your schedule for that, just to be fair and to keep you going. But the fiat helps in this meantime. This is a good time for everyone to help out, because we want to keep the continuity. What you're doing here is the most vital part of this. That's part of life. Is there's
I set the schedule, bro. I set the trend. This is just another verification of who and what I am and how I live. I, like all the rest of the metaverse slaves, set the trend and the schedule. What they do once a week, 2 hours, Passio, walk and rolls to sell some books for 20 minutes. Right? I do 12, 16, 20 hours, 7 days a week. So just another testament on record of how the fuck I live and how I apply myself versus the rest of these pathetic, weak-ass slaves. Take it how you want to take it.
On that salute, let's all get some rest, and hopefully I'll be seeing you on the next one.
Later, Todd.
Thank you, sir.
Later,
out.
Tribe. Later, Paul.
All right. You're leaving, Austin Murphy?
I'm out of here, man. I don't got shit to say. I don't have anything more to say than you don't fucking already know, motherfucker.
All right. Well, let's go then, Austin Murphy. One time for the Academy, for the old days, right? We've left it all behind, but in jest, and a little bit of honor and valor for the truth and upholding the law. Thank you, Officer Murphy. You've shown yourself on some level to be redeemable, and it makes my job here much more sweet, Officer Murphy. Seeing a pile of shit like you come around makes my job that much more sweet. Puts a warm, fuzzy feeling in my heart and in my nutsack. You understand me, boy?
I understand.
Get out of here and get some rest.
I fucking understand you, motherfucker. But
all right, brother. All right. Timothy,
All right,
final
sir.
word, please.
Sure. I give you some final words from the man Niccolo Machiavelli. He said, "It is as difficult and as dangerous to try to liberate a people that wishes to live in slavery as it is to try to enslave a people that wishes to live in freedom." And that
Right.
is that. Salute you, sir. I'll see you next time, brother.
Oh, it's Jeff. Hey, Jeff, what's going on, man?
Or let me fix the camera. What's up, Paulie?
What's going on, man? You look awfully a lot like. Well, I'm not going to get into it. So what are you up to?
Just been out running around today, catching the end of the show. So thought I'd come up as not a character, but I do like playing the characters. It's fun. But
What characters, sir? I'm not quite sure what you mean.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know any of
Right.
the characters.
So, is there anything that you specifically wanted to say? Because obviously everyone loves you. I mean, what's not to love about you, sir? You're a sweetheart. I'm starting to think you actually might be that. You know what? I'm not going to get into it. Go ahead, Jeffrey. Touch the people, give them a final word, and then, touch them, spiritually, right? Not like last time.
No, I honestly just wanted to come up and salute you, all the people in the chat, the community. Keeping the high vibe. There's something about you, man. About everybody around. Like it's a connection. It's something bigger than all of us.
We're vibing high. We're actually vibing high. It's not.
We're actually vibing high.
Pit of depression and despair over here. Oddly enough, as morbid as I am at times.
Yes, but you articulate it very well. Everything that you do. So, I keep coming back, man. This is must see TV. But you honestly have, for me personally, there's in the beginning, like months ago, 6 months ago, 8 months ago, however long, it was the very beginning that I watched you. But there was times I was triggered, and I realized the more that I watch you, I just get it. Like there was a point when you're so in tune with yourself, you don't really need to give a shit really what anyone else thinks, because you're walking the walk, you're doing the way, the Tao. There's so many synchronicities that I've had along the way with you, whether it's the same books we've read or anything else. You can see, like you said, in your eyes, in your heart, like you're truly the truth, the man, the way. You inspire. My stick was always to aspire to inspire, and I think that's what you do. But you don't really do it like, you don't even really have to try. It's just because that's who you are, and that's true.
That the Tao is essentially doing, not doing. When you're doing, not doing, you become the deed, right? So, that's what they would used to call it, making it look easy. Because if you really love who you are, and that's on some level, and love what you're doing, then you're having fun even when you're not. When I'm yelling and screaming on a motherfucker on some level, I want to be there, right? And I'm enjoying what I'm doing. My body doesn't always like it, so I got to watch that, right? But spiritually, mentally, emotionally, I'm right in the moment. I'm in the flow state, right where I need to be. So I completely get absorbed by the understanding, right, and the presentment, and it's a sword fight, right? Every time you get up against these people, you're basically doing a verbal judo sword fight. So when I go to screaming, that's my version of knockout punch. You know, I don't have to scream for the truth to have power. I could talk just like this and it'll be just as powerful, maybe more powerful. I might start
Yep.
experimenting with that, where I go in these rooms and I just sit there like a Zen master. And I look straight ahead and I give them the answer. Same way I would before, just as quick, but with no attachment to any kind of feeling or tone or energy. The truth is the truth. I don't have to yell and scream. You cannot invalidate it because you're ignorant. It cannot be invalidated by the ignorant. Right? So it cannot be validated and at all, right? It just is. So you don't validate it, you just apprehend it, and it cannot be invalidated by the ignorant. So why would I yell and scream and put my bodily vessel at risk? To entertain? I don't need to do that. It might even be more entertaining if I just talk to him like Sammy the Bull would talk to him. You know, real calm and quiet and concise and succinct, but with common sense. And then tell you, well, if not, then get the fuck out of my face. The same way as Zen Master would tell you in so many words, right? If you ain't ready for the way, I believe I know the way for me, right? I'm a genius in myself. I know the way to the way, like you say. You see it, others see it, they feel it. So what is real, like Talcott says? That's as close to real as you're going to get when we're all having the same experience and we're supposed to be different people. Right? I'm having the same experience you and everyone else out there are having, watching with me, following with me, experiencing with me, and you're seeing all the same shit I'm seeing, if not immediately as time goes on, as you start to pick up on it, right? So I think it's a great process to be a part of for all of us. Just has to be managed. You're spinning, Jeffrey, you're spinning.
Am I spinning?
Back. There you go. You're back.
I'm back.
All right, let's get the hell out of here.
All right, brother.
All right, Jeffrey. Come on more, man. I love what you do on all levels. And you have an endearing sort of energy about you. And I don't see us ever being in conflict. So
Yeah, no, like I said, you've made me look at myself to be more introspective. I do put on a lot of personas, and maybe there's something deeper with that, you know, as playing a character. I think I don't come up as much just because I'm still trying to really be the best version of myself, and I know I have before, and I guess I have felt a little inadequate on a lot of things that have been doing or portraying in my life. And so
would you say it's fair to say that you don't feel comfortable in your own skin?
At the moment, yeah, not as much as I should, but like,
I'm just saying in general, in life, or yeah, I guess on here, because I get that feeling from you. And I think the characters, much like O'Shea, this is self sort of, we all do this. The characters, they're great. It's funny, right? It's good stuff. So I love it, right? And then separate from that is, it's just a way for you to express and push boundaries and see what the effects are and learn more about yourself.
I'll come up more on the panel just in general as me, because I do appreciate, like, I think there's a high, I don't want to say IQ panel, but like the people that come up and speak, like, I resonate with everybody. Like they're all here for a reason, and it's a beautiful thing. Some people get it, some people don't. I've got it from the beginning, so I get every aspect of you. Like I said in the beginning, I used to get a little bit more triggered, but I realized that those are the things that trigger me were the things in me. Everyone should realize that if you get upset by something that you're saying, if you look deeper into the shit, you articulate it and you bring it out, but not in a bad way at all, in my opinion. So, dude, keep going. I'm here.
Well, that's the thing is, you have a level of self-awareness.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're getting lag. But yeah, you have a level of self-awareness. And what I found for myself is that if you have X amount of self-awareness or awareness of the world, it can cause you to be introverted. And then you become uncomfortable in your own skin in a lot of situations until you reconcile that, right? And you realize, I am good enough. I am a powerful, inspiring being. I'm funny. I'm attractive. I'm all those things, right? Once you start to reaffirm this to yourself and get that validation inside yourself and outside, you start to just become more comfortable in these moments. So I think you're getting kicked off because of the internet. I obviously have not moved. I haven't touched anything. But yeah, we appreciate you, Jeffrey. I'm gonna wrap up here. Appreciate all you folks out there. Of course, folks who continue to contribute and support in various ways. That's one way of contributing and supporting. It doesn't always mean when I say that donations. Jeffrey comes up and does characters, and they're all good for one reason or another. If they're not good, they're so bad that they're good. So with a guy like that, you can't really miss. Once he learns that about himself, he's going to have a whole different presentment on some level. This is what I say. Folks don't understand. Like, I got hit with all the mental emotional illness rap, and I understand more now that a lot of this stuff is either chemical imbalance that can be recorrected through different natural processes, or it's a personality disorder. You believe something about yourself and the world that is inaccurate. If you would just correct that, your whole presentment will change, right? It's like a new person. So I see a little bit of that in Jeffrey. There's a little bit of insecurity and uncomfort, and it's endearing in a way. So it works for him. But I also see the potential in him coming into his own, so to speak. And maybe that's just my projection. Maybe that's just my perspective. But I've even seen it from the beginning when he first came up and talked as him versus tonight. There's movement there. There's something happening there. So I see it in a lot of folks. And it's not a coincidence. All right. I've said enough. Salute to all the folks out there, policy makers, followers, enforcers, which is really just slaves on all levels. And then there's free men and women. It takes all of you to be part of this Luciferian purgatory-like simulation where we are tested by the Shaitan deceiver to come to our highest good, right? Rising to the occasion to meet life on life's terms. How do you do that? By dissolving all the false self, right? It's going to take a lot of negativity and darkness, all the shit you don't want to look at, to dissolve the false self so we can come back and remake. Why would you want to tear down and build back up, they keep saying? Because it's called the Phoenix concept. You got to crash and burn to rise higher. You want to know where I found that out? It's called overdosing a couple times. It's called jails and institutions. It's called nowhere with nobody and no thing except spirit. Got to give everything up to be giving everything back. So yeah, I'll leave you with that. Rest up. We'll get up tomorrow, barring some act of God or the state, which, of course, as I always say, has become almost one and the same. You leave it to these slaves and these truther movements, you won't need enemies because they're going to make sure God and policy is one and the same for their own political purposes and power purposes, of course. So, yeah, that's it. I'm out. Good night, brothers.